What a dreadful thought! How would we ever get it back together again? We're just a bunch of women. We would break it. It was appallingly expensive, you know. At any rate, I can see this won't be as easy as I thought. It's quite a complicated little monster. I shall have to do some studying up before I'm ready to use it. Your Uncle Basil has promised to help me sort it through, though. What does Basil know? All he knows about is druids. And hanging out with Mr. Sneed. Let's go to the university. Thank God Mr. Tantrum's not here. Looks like that's our computer expert. He's adding a few extra boards to his system. I bet I could learn a lot here. At least Jennifer knows what she's doing. Hey, Mr. Henley, nice sweater. I've gotten as far as I'm going to get with these computer records Scotland Yard sent over. I'm afraid there's no way of telling which of the 5 bank accounts ordered the transfer. Stop saying blighter. Whoever the clever little blighter is, they've covered their tracks brilliantly. As I told Inspector Gage, the only thing I know for sure is that one of the 5 accounts that received money definitely arranged the transfer. I like your ponytail, too. It's very 80s. Quite a clever idea, really. Rather than transfer a great big wad of cash into one place and give yourself away, why not play a bit of Robin Hood? You know, take from the rich and give to the poor. Before the transfer, all 5 of these accounts had very little cash indeed tucked away in them. I suspect that whoever nicked the cash thought he'd ease his conscience a bit by topping up the coffers of a few blokes who were hard on their luck. At any rate, the person you're looking for would have to be quite a wizard with computers. The hacker who did this knows their way in and out of some very complex computer code. Hacker? Who's that? Jennifer? Someone who uses the knowledge of computers to crack codes or play illegal tricks with proper computers is called a hacker. Amazing. Oh, what a coincidence. There's a book on Robin Hood right here. Sherwood Forest. Richard the Fag. We don't care. That's nice. It's a good thing that stupid Ivy Brissett bitch is over at the Eagles. That way Uncle Basil won't know that Miranda's been gone for a really long time. Hey, what up, Herrick? There's Mrs. Plum. She's the housekeeper. She's on our list. Why is her hair blue in that sprite? So there I was, just dipping in for a bit of pin money at one of those newfangled automatic cash machines, when I just had a quick look at me account balance. You'll never guess. What, Mrs. Plum? Overdrawn again, Mrs. P. You're such a bitch, Herrick. You're so mean. If you'd like, I can lend you a few quid. Isn't a few quid like $2? Here's $2, Mrs. Plum. I hope that pays your rent. No, David, love, that's just it. It's me that could be lending you a few quid. A few thousand. If it were mine indeed, that is. But I'm afraid it's not. Not at all. That's why I've got to call that bank, you see, and tell them they've got the wrong account. I'd love to say that £20,000 is mine, but I know it's not. And if it's not mine, then someone's missing it. Oh, Mrs. Plum. Seriously, David Herrick is such a little prick sometimes. Oh, Elmer Clump, so incompetent. I wonder if that guy is Mr. Clump. He sure is covered with little machines. Oh, dude, take a bath. Ah, so you couldn't resist the appeal of the Microman, the world's smallest android. Microman? What is that? Some kind of toy? No, Microman is a personal secretary of the most convenient kind. Its computer brain keeps track of all your appointments and schedules, and its internal clock buzzes when it's time to go to a meeting. So why is it shaped like a little doll? Wouldn't that look kind of weird in a briefcase? Carson's like, I want one of those. Weird? Not at all. Forward-thinking, avant-garde, leading edge. The Microman is the first in a new wave of doll-shaped office supplies. Yeah, that'll take off. Well, I'm not surprised by your reaction. Business has been terrible of late. I don't think the world is ready for Microman just yet. I suppose it's back to the drawing board for me. Besides, to tell you the truth, the blasted little things keep forgetting their programming anyway. They really need work. If only I knew more about computers and programming. Oh, Elmer Clump. He probably lives out of the trunk of his car. That's why he looks like that. Gone to the British Museum curator's office on assignment, back by 3 p.m. Because no one in the British curator's office knows what the hell they're doing. Not just about computers, but regarding everything about their jobs. Ah, look at Percy. He's so frazzled. He's like, oh my god, the computer's going to explode. Calm down, Percy. You're not going to lose your job. Do hurry up with that computer, Robin. The brute's been down since last week. If I could have reached you on your vacation, I'd have dragged you in right away. That's what Robin wanted on his vacation, a call from Percy Tribb, screaming frantically into his telephone. He's gonna cancel his trip for you, Percy. That shrewish little secretary of yours said she couldn't possibly reach you on your cruise. No phones at sea, she said. Well, at least no phones with modem access. Well, nice for some, I said, pottering around in the sun whilst others work their fingers to the bone, struggling with defective computers. Some people have no consideration. Oh, Percy, I love you. A few adjustments to your configuration here, and the system will be up and running again in no time, Mr. Tribb. You fix computers, Mr. Banks? Obviously, he's wearing a sweater and has glasses. Absolutely. If it runs on circuitry and microchips, I can make it run better. If it's down, I'll bring it up. If it's slow, I'll make it speedy. Here's my card. Here you go, Carson. Mr. Banks' business card reads, Robin Banks, computer analyst, Datacom, Covent Garden.